In order to attract and appeal to my target audience, I had to carry out research on other magazines. I had to research the different codes and conventions used by the magazines and figure out how I could benefit from using similar codes and conventions in my regional magazine. Many of the magazines that I have researched have featured mid-shots of their main artist. These magazines, Vibe, Blender and Elle, have all individually featured big-name artists such as Beyoncé, Taylor Swift and Megan Fox in an independent lone image taken as a mid-shot. Throughout the research undertaken, I have come to feel as if mid-shots are the most appropriate shots to use when trying to represent the model used in the main front cover image. I feel as if the attire and props give potential buyers a real feel for their personalities and what they're all about. This is why I also decided to use a mid-shot for the front cover of my regional magazine. Whilst researching, inspiration was found in one particular issue of Mayhem magazine. Although straplines are very popular and can be found in most magazines, what intrigued me most about this particular strapline was its placement and location. It's located just under the masthead and keeps some aspects of the front cover looking sophisticated and tidy, although the rest of the front cover is looking very packed and very busy looking. The colour of the strapline selected looks great as it is the same colour as the masthead and balances well with the red also used on the front cover of the magazine. I also decided to feature a strapline underneath my masthead as I thought this would represent a much needed sense of simplicity and help in focusing away from the much more busy half of the front cover. Enemy magazine are a unisex magazine, and so I decided to research into the house style of their front cover pages as I wanted Mersey Life Regional magazine to also appeal to both males and females alike. This particular front cover intrigued me as its use of both the stereotypical pink and blue contrasted well with the white and most importantly appealed to both the male and female audiences. I wanted my magazine to be of a galactic theme as this allowed for its house style to use a variety of different colours being pink, blue and white just like on the Enemy front cover. One way in which Mersey Life Regional magazine challenges the form of a real-life media product, being a stereotypical regional magazine, is in its target audience and features. Most regional magazines are far from intriguing to the youth and do not usually feature anything of interest to them. My magazine challenges that, as it has been created for the youth, will feature all the latest events, fashion, music and sport alongside give them a voice and a chance to interact. My main front cover image features a teenage female, which is not usually what you would find on the front cover of a regional magazine. A stereotypical regional magazine would feature a more nature-based photograph on the front cover and would structure and lay out the text and maybe other images used around the main photograph being the scenery. My text and features were instead based around the teenage female. I wanted to create a new wave of regional magazines aimed at the youth and did not want to conform to the stereotypical regional magazine house style. In my opinion, the final product of my contents page was not to a real media product standards. However, after undertaking magazine research, I did implement a few conventions into my magazine. The use of columns is very popular amongst all genre of magazine contents pages as it ensures that the text is neat, clear to see and in line with the rest of the page. I felt that I had to implement the columns onto my contents page, so I wanted to contrast the text against the image used on the other half of the contents page and keep it looking simple yet intriguing. One common convention used are pull quotes. I decided to feature pull quotes on my double-page spread as I feel that they add a personal touch between reader and interviewee, and from experience I can admit that the pull quotes have the ability to stay in the minds of the reader. I decided to add an emotional pull quote as I felt that this would force the reader to feel emotion and want to carry on reading the interview. One common convention used are pull quotes. I decided to feature pull quotes on my double-page spread as I feel that they add a personal touch between reader and the interviewee, and from my experience I can admit that the pull quotes have the ability to stay in the minds of the reader. I decided to add an emotional pull quote as I felt that this would force the reader to feel emotion and want to carry on reading the interview. Another convention that I had implemented into the production was with my billboard advertisement. I took inspiration from London-based magazine The Resident's billboard advertisement and implemented the colour block convention. In doing so, the masthead now stands out and contrasts very well with its background, making it stand out and look more appealing to passers-by. In having a billboard advertisement, I'm promoting Mersey Life Regional magazine and therefore going to reach a larger audience, which will hopefully increase the magazine's interest and popularity, also meaning an increase in sales. My billboard advertisement also features its Twitter and Facebook name, inviting the thousands of teenage social networking passers-by to find out even more about Mersey Life Regional magazine. The magazine's use of social networking sites such as Twitter and Facebook also invites potential customers to get involved, interact and have their say. This creates unison and a partnership between reader and magazine. And this is fundamental in creating and maintaining a successful regional magazine. Thank you so much for watching.